The 2026 World Cup final in New Jersey had all the glitz you'd expect from an American mega event. You had a halftime show packed with celebrities, politicians crowding the VIP boxes, and Tom Cruise delivering a pregame speech. It was designed to be the ultimate spectacle. But once the whistle actually blew, the spectacle evaporated. Argentina dragged the match into a grueling physical trench war. They sat in a deep, low defensive block, committing cynical fouls and relying heavily on the dark arts to break up the rhythm of the game. The strategy was entirely focused on survival. Argentina failed to register a single shot on target in the first 90 minutes. Instead, they relied entirely on their goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez, who made 12 saves just to drag his exhausted team into extra time. For the casual fan, this looked like a tedious slog. When a team completely refuses to play open football and clogs every single central channel with bodies, finding a way to score becomes a highly complex math problem. To the tactical observer, the stalemate was actually an exercise in structural suffocation, Spain systematically removing every outball Argentina possessed. To understand how Spain dismantled Argentina, we have to look at how both teams handled initiation space. This is the defensive base of a team's formation, the deep areas where center-backs and defensive midfielders start a play. This network map shows Argentina's passing patterns. Notice how thick these lines are, repeatedly looping backward from the defense directly to Emiliano Martinez. Argentina used the initiation space purely as a panic button. They kept possession, but they weren't gaining any positional value. Now, watch what happens when we switch the data to Spain. Instead of retreating, center-back Pau Cubarsí and midfielder Rodri used this deep possession as an active weapon. Their passing routes branch constantly forward, manipulating the defense to prepare for the next phase of the attack. Because Argentina couldn't build from the back, their entire attacking system relied on a single, flawed dependency, getting the ball to their 39-year-old captain, Lionel Messi, and hoping for a miracle. Spain knew this. By applying a highly coordinated press, they completely severed the midfield supply lines, leaving Messi out to dry. Unable to find space, phase, and starving the opponent's only outlet, Spain forced Argentina into a permanent, exhausting state of defense. With the center of the pitch completely jammed by Argentine bodies, Spain had to shift their focus to the flanks, an area tacticians call rupture space, where defenders can be isolated and beaten. This tactical map reveals Spain's route diversity. They would deliberately draw Argentina's defensive block by sweeping down the right side with Pedro Porro and Lamine Yamal. Then, the moment the defense committed, Spain rapidly switched the ball to overload the left flank with Marc Cucurella and Nico Williams. We can measure the success of this strategy using expected threat, or XT, a metric that calculates how much a specific pass increases a team's odds of scoring. If we look at this chart of the 5-pass window following defensive pressure, Spain consistently generated positive threat. When Argentina faced pressure, their shape degraded and their threat level plummeted. You can only chase the ball for so long before your legs go heavy and your discipline cracks. Deep in stoppage time, that relentless pressure finally broke Argentina mentally, resulting in a second yellow card and a dismissal for Enzo Fernandez. Facing an exhausted 10-man squad in extra time, Spain's manager Luis de la Fuente made his decisive move. He rotated his midfield, bringing on fresh legs in Pedri, Mikel Merino, and Ferran Torres to twist the knife. In the 106th minute, the blueprint paid out. Pedro Porro sent a deep cross from the right flank. Nico Williams beat his man to head it back across the box, and the substitute Ferran Torres slammed it home, right to left, just as designed. The goal validated 100 minutes of pressure, translating structural control into the only metric that matters. With that 1-0 victory, Spain claimed their second Men's World Cup, establishing a rare era where they hold both the men's and women's global titles simultaneously. It's an achievement that mirrors the legendary Spanish class of 2010, proving that a distinct national footballing identity has successfully been passed down to a new generation. But the philosophical takeaway of the footballing world is the youth driving this sophisticated system. Key architects of this victory, like Lamine Yamal and Pau Cubarsí, are still just teenagers. By proving this system works with a squad of teenagers, Spain has built a framework for long-term dominance.